good conversations, and they continue as we have Karin Kupp on the phone this morning.
Cool.
Karin Kupp is Cooper Kupp's mom, but she's also the mom of some other kids, too. We want to hear about them. We want to hear about her biz. We want to hear what it's like to be the mom of what is arguably the best receiver in football, especially this past year. Going to the Super Bowl. Yakima loves Cooper Kupp. There's all this hype and hoopla, and if you're the mom of that kid, it's got to be pretty special. So, Karin, welcome aboard. Thanks for some time this morning.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
We are well. Dave and Lance here to chat with you a little bit. We understand that you are, I saw a picture of you on Google. You looked ripped. Are you still, you do the body boot camp thing? What do you do?
I am still doing the boot camp thing. I wouldn't consider myself ripped at this point in time, but, wishful thinking down the road might get back to that kind of shape. I'm lucky if I get 4 days a week working out in right now between all of our travels and lifestyle right now, but we'll see. But yes, I'm still leading camp.
So people can show up and say, "Hey, I'm working out with Cooper Kupp's mom." Is that right?
That's great. Right on.
Well, anytime, you're welcome.
What is life like for you today? Yeah, you just kind of referenced it there. What's it like?
Life today, wow, it's exhilarating. I feel like it's still sinking in. I'm really a processor, so in the excitement of the moment was just like so exhilarating, and then you kind of get this down like exhaustion about 2 hours afterwards. After the game, and then just processing it all, all the way home and catching up on all the a little taste of Cooper's life, just right after the game, having over 100, text messages and Instagram and, people on Facebook. It's like, oh my goodness, just the support, and it's just so heartwarming and, overwhelming, but it's just super exciting. And so we're just kind of coming down off that and kind of like getting into want to stay healthy now and trying to protect ourselves a little bit, because it's like, okay, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. We want to make sure we're healthy and ready to go for next week. So it's been incredible.
So what do you think it is? I'm really taken by the quality person. The football player is one thing. Everything that I read and hear about Cooper's lifestyle, his faith, his loyalty, his family, his focus, all of that just really impresses me. I think you saw I wrote he's to me what our sports heroes are supposed to be like. Not this self-focus, but team focus. And just leading his life by example. How did he come by that in your family? Did you guys, would you take him to church every Sunday, or how did he make this decision to become the guy that he is and live his life the way that he is? How does that come about?
Yeah. Well, both Craig and I grew up in families of faith, and church was a big part of that, and that was part of our this weekly routine, going to church on Sundays. And Cooper's grandparents, they say it takes a village, and that's so true, because I feel like just the people who have entered our kids' lives over the years, and between our grandparents, my parents, Craig's parents, huge impact there in their faith. Growing up in church, the Sunday school teachers, the leaders they had in Young Life, middle school at Wilson, at Davis, teachers support, up into college. They're athletes in action. The Eastern football chaplain married both of our kids, and he has a huge impact right now. And Katrina, our daughter, who's playing soccer at Eastern, he's had a huge impact already in her life spiritually. So I just feel like, that Craig and I just feel like it's so many other people throughout Yakima that have, just been an impact on our kids and helped them grow in their faith. And, I feel like Cooper's so unique in the fact that one thing I struggled with as an athlete in college was that whole performing for your coach, or trying to, that whole performance base, doing well. And he's just gotten to this point, both in his heart and mind, that he's able to totally play freely. I know you brought that up, and it's been brought up in articles but just to really, he plays without fear in his mind. He's put in the work, and he just is this total release, you know, and it's just amazing for me to watch. I just admire it so much and wish I had learned that back, you know, when I was doing sports, because it's like, wow, it's just to be able to play free like that allows him to do what he's doing.
That's exactly.
And
get the most out of your talent without any kind of second guessing or doubt. That the outcome is going to be as it's supposed to be, so let's just put it all out there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great way to live, not just play football. That is fantastic.
Yep.
Awesome. That really caught my eye. Now let's hear about the other kids. I know as a mom with a superstar, you got to kind of spread the love around, or you got to keep Thanksgiving friendly, right? So tell us about his siblings. Who else is there? I know one of them tried out for football or almost made the pro. So give us a quick rundown.
Yeah, you know, and that took a village, too. It's just Craig and I. We had grandparents to help spread the love and watch games when they were all playing all over the place, you know. But, yeah, all four of them loved sports, and you know, poor Katrina got to go there a gazillion more, being the last one, you know. She was so patient and easygoing from that. But, yeah, Kettner really loved football as well, and I can remember when Cooper was here interviewing, you know, with Eastern and Idaho, and coming up the stairs after the coaches left, and he was just like, I want to be there. I want to be on that couch, you know, in a few years. And so I think Cooper really inspired him. And Kobe as well our third boy, played a little of everything, golf and baseball and football. And he was a great athlete as well, but just wasn't as passionate about it as Kettner and Cooper were. And I think Kettner, you know, he was really fortunate to have a great season and a great experience at Eastern and a lot of success, and was at a place where he was just like being able to have that experience as a professional as well and have an opportunity to try out for the Rams was super for him. And he's enjoying being a coach right now. And Kobe, after athletics, after high school, he's gotten more into the hunting and fishing and just found other passions that he really enjoys. And then Katrina's at Eastern playing soccer right now. So, and it's been fun to watch her, and I think Craig's really good too at sharing with the kids. You know, she's really going through trying to learn what Cooper's learning, or Cooper has showed in terms of playing without fear, and so it's been fun to watch her in that process of getting to that total release, just go and, you know.
So when all your athletes come home for Thanksgiving, it's Colby that comes in with the turkey and says, I shot this baby for you. Here we go. So,
he keeps salmon in our freezer, and we're not all together much anymore, though. It's the hard part with where Cooper's at, because they have football games Thanksgiving and day after Christmas, so it's a rare occasion when we're all together these days.
What was his favorite meal? I got to steal Lance's question.
Oh, come on.
What was Coop's favorite meal before a game? What can you anticipate he might eat before the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Before the Super Bowl? I mean, in high school, I shouldn't even tell you because I'm embarrassed as like a fitness instructor. But earlier on, like middle school, he loved that chunky soup, that sirloin.
Yeah.
Sirloin chunky soup was his thing, which now grosses me out. But, you know, he is a foodie. He and his wife love good food, farm-to-table food. I'm not sure what he does pregame, though. I'll have to ask him.
KIT News Time.
I really have no idea.
8:27. We're talking to Karin Kupp, the proud mom of Cooper Kupp. Is the whole family going? I mean, does he get tickets for everyone? Is it limited? How does that work for the Super Bowl?
It's crazy. No, they don't get everything's paid for in Super Bowl. I mean, even suites, everything's, whether you've had season tickets all year, it's all just kind of X'd out, it sounds like. And, you know,
you start fresh, huh?
Yeah, start from scratch for this one. But Craig and I are going, and his parents, we're bringing my mom down. That was one thing she had said at the beginning of the season. If they go to Super Bowl, I want to go. So we're getting her down there.
Yeah.
Kettner and his wife are going down, and Katrina's going to join us. But Kobe and his wife Allison are expecting a baby just shortly after the Super Bowl game, so they aren't able to join us.
Oh, he'll be back next year.
I know. Let's hope so. Yeah.
Good chance of it. One of the things I mentioned to you as a pro football player, for a father-in-law and for a husband and for a son, and all the football you've seen, so the insight on how to defend Cooper Kupp. What are the Bengals thinking? How are they going to try to put the corner on your kid, do you think, on next a week from Sunday?
Well, if I told you how to defend Cooper, I'd have to kill you. So I don't know. But truthfully, though, I look at, it's been 10-plus years of Cooper studying the game, his, perfecting his route running and all the little details. In that Sports Illustrated article, they talked about all the little things he's really studied and things that I didn't even know he was doing, how to read, someone's body mechanics and movement and all of that. And I just feel like the X factor for him, with a lot of athletes, they have their special thing that sets him apart from others. And people have talked about his, separation, how he gets that separation from players, and I don't know. I don't have any specific strategy because I just feel like even if they double or triple team Cooper, there's a whole another handful of Rams players who are going to be stepping up and being open because just that spurt. They're so team oriented. It's not just what Cooper can do, but what other people are doing to step up and help that team. So I just feel like God's favor is on that team, and they're, if they play like they're able, they're going to bring this thing home.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, and again, even if he is double teamed, that's as a decoy. Others will do well. But
exactly.
It was so fun to listen to the professional analysts to analyze your son and his ability to run a route and never give away what he's going to do at the moment of doing it, and that his focus and control just so plays to his advantage that the defender has to react, and by then it's too late because Cooper's done his thing, and that's just so so cool to hear people talking about this kid that walked the halls of Davis and chummed around in Yakima and all of that. It's really exciting and fun, and I got to ask you one other question, and it's sort of faith-based. When I used to see Tim Tebow take a knee, and how the press and everybody just hounded him over that, and yet we see the same photos of Coop taking a knee and giving thanks or whatever, and to my knowledge nobody's hassled him about that, have they?
No, I was thinking that same thing, and I don't know, I can't tell you why, if it's just because people know his person and they've seen his character and his, I get more comments about, not from people and adults and friends who know Cooper, or just comments from people that it's what they see out there. Besides the incredible things he does, it's his helping someone off the feet, off the ground after he's knocked them over. It's handing the ball to the ref versus the celebratory stuff. It's just how he carries himself, and he just is such an example, of his faith from time he gets up out of bed and all day just lives it. So I think people just know it's truth and it's who he is. It's just he is.
And maybe, Tebow was from arguably the most successful college football player for a long time. And he had all that specialness in the main spotlight early on, and so maybe he was an easier target. I mean, Coop certainly had comparable success at his level, but it wasn't on the national media scale. And again, there's just this genuineness about this kid. Remember when he celebrated after that third down catch, and I just remember going, "Good for you, dude! You never show any emotion." And he was so charged.
Yes.
Everybody was cheering for that, not, going, "Oh, there's another athlete showing off." That was like genuine, one time, let it out, and then back to work, back to business after that. It was so...
Exactly. And I loved seeing that because it was just like this
pure joy,
total release of just, Yeah. And just showing how much he wants that. So
you are one very proud mom, aren't you?
Oh, yes. Proud of all of our kids. Just love that they're following their passions, and
What have you been telling? What's that advice that you've been giving your kids over the years, if you can say? What have you been telling them? What did you tell Cooper for all the years that maybe he was struggling?
Craig and I both just felt like Gosh, I mean, no one specific thing, but just really encourage the kids to find what they loved, what their passion was, and just to do whatever they could to pursue that, to have a dream and pursue it. And Craig and his dad both having, been in the NFL, and that's just such a prestigious, not very many people get there. And I think both of them, Jake always read Little Engine That Could. It was just always this positive, dream big, you can do anything you put your mind to, and just trusting the Lord that He's going to guide you. And yeah.
Well, I tell you, your role as mom and Craig's as dad has, and the village that you talk about certainly has turned out a young man that everybody is proud to say they're from where he's from. Yeah. All the accolades that have come his way, so rightfully deserved, because it's based on focus and hard work. And I mean, even the great story about his wife supporting him so much, and Team Kupp, and we're going to do this thing together. All of that is just so inspiring. I mean, you can't help. We hear from people going, I don't like the Rams, but I'll be yelling for Kupp. I mean, it's like he transcends the team just because of his character. Yep. And it's so nice to talk about a sports hero of such character. So we had to get Mom on to talk about it. I don't know if he's busy and he's crazy scheduled and all of that. If there's any way that he'd have 3 minutes to talk to his hometown, we would love to be able to pull that off too. But even if that doesn't happen, it's been a pleasure to talk to you, Karin. And
thank you.
We wish the family the best coming up for the Super Bowl. And I don't think even at my best I was in shape enough to take your boot camp. So I'm going to leave that invitation out there to others. But thank you so much for your time, and congratulations on your entire family and how they're doing in life and living, I think, the life that they all feel that they were intended to live. So good on you guys.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate Yakima for being part of that village.
You bet.
So,
Karin
awesome.
Kupp, take care of yourself. Travel well. Stay healthy. Yeah. And we'll all be chilling and cheering for her Kupp on the 13th.
That's right. Go Rams.